name's Kieran Carson and welcome to Open Inspection for 2016. Today's topic we'll be discussing is owning an investment property. We'll start off with the most logical part to start with. What kind of things should you do before buying the investment property, Jay?
Yeah, so one thing that I'll suggest to do is research where you're buying. So when you're researching, the things you want to look at is what kind of capital growth it has in the area, and also what kind of rental yield you'll get in the area if you were to purchase and rent it out.
And look, one thing you want to look at is the yield. Some people get confused with what a yield is. It's not simply your weekly rent, how much is that of your annual. It's basically you take your weekly rent, times by 52, divide that by your purchase cost and you'll get a percentage. Look, yields do vary from area to area, so just bear in mind it's not just all about the rental yield, there is capital growth as well to look at as well. And so on that basis, you then look at appointing a property manager most probably, so you probably want to have a chat with them even before you start the process of looking just to get an idea of what's going on in the area. But I suppose, should you or should you not appoint an agent is up to you, but Amanda, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea to have a property manager involved in your investment property. It will just help you manage your tenants and manage any maintenance, takes a lot of stress off your shoulders, and they know what's best for your property.
Yeah, and look, that's the most important thing. They know the legislation better than the mums and dads out there, and it is a very legislative part of the industry these days, and it's becoming more and more tenant favoured. So to have somebody in your corner fighting for you is a good way to look at it. But look, there are other costs other than savings fees that you've got to look at when purchasing an investment property, and ongoing costs. And Jay, what might they be?
Okay, so some things you'd be looking at is you'll still be paying your water rates and also your council rates. Depending on how many properties you own and what your total of land value is, you may be looking at land tax as well. And on top of all that, you do have to look at your maintenance as well, something that will cost you extra as time goes by.
Yeah, so even when you do buy a brand new house, there will be maintenance. Not everything's covered by your builder's warranty, so there will be maintenance. Obviously, the older the home, allow for a larger amount of maintenance that may be required, like hot water services and things like that. So just factor that in, and probably even put some money aside each year, even if it doesn't happen, so then you do have the ability to pay for it when it does happen. And in terms of other, we all talk about investment properties being great things, and they can be, but there are some negatives to it, and no matter what might those negative or pitfalls might be.
Well, you can always expect to maybe have a bad tenant. They're not all perfect, so that can happen. Your property value may decrease, not that that's very often, but it is a possibility. But yeah, it's mainly just the tenants. They can destroy your home if they're not the right tenant. And
that's the thing, it is a risk, it's not a given. Property prices do fluctuate, so they can go up or go down. Also, obviously you saw during the GFC, property prices did flatten out for a little while, but if you do look at it as a long-term investment, it is a great investment, and traditionally over the time it has always increased in value. But again, as Amanda says, you can get the odd bad tenant from time to time, especially if you're looking at it as a long-term 20-year kind of investment. You may find that during that 20-year period you will get one or two bad tenants. It's not the end of the world. If you have your landlord insurances and things like that, you will be able to get majority of that covered from a financial sense. So don't be alarmed by it. It is a good, solid investment, but you just have to make sure, going back to that point I said earlier, get an agent involved, get the experts involved, get the right people around you, and it can be relatively pain-free. But look, that's it. There's a lot of websites that we can offer you that will help you with your research into investment properties in all areas of Victoria, so feel free to speak to us on our Facebook page at Open Inspection, or on Twitter at Inspection Open, and we're more than happy to provide you with those websites or any other advice you need. Other than that, have a great 2016, and we look forward to helping you throughout the year.